Alright guys, so I had a big long unboxing video and long story short, it's a very simple box. You open it up, you've got a plastic inlay which holds all the parts and you put the batteries in and it tells you exactly how to assemble it on the screen that is on the dog itself. So I'm going to show you the dog. The 3 steps to get it going is you power it up, you follow the instructions on the screen of the dog. The screen is located right here. Once it detects that it's powered on the first time, you press that power button, the purple button, or this white button to turn it on, and it tells you how to set it up. And it's pretty straightforward and pretty awesome. Everything is modular. That's the whole point of this thing. The tail comes off, the ears come off, the legs come off. That to me makes me think that it's actually going to last a while. If it gets dropped, the things are going to pop off, but you can always pop them back on. That's the whole point. You can build it. In terms of building, it is pretty simple. There's 4 legs, 2 ears, a face, and a tail. So although it says assemble and play, the assembly bit is I wouldn't say overly educational or hands-on. It took me literally about 6 seconds. But the neat thing is that it's got some functionality right off the bat. So you can teach your child that it reacts to you. If you stroke its back, it likes it. It purrs and stuff. Or I don't know what dog. I guess dogs purr. And it reacts to your voice, and it will react to music. And its nose has a proximity sensor, so if you touch it, oh, now it's trying to play. And the settings are controlled by the purple button and this yellow rotary knob. So you can change the volume, you can change its eyes, how its eyes display. So big pup, little pup. So now it's sad. Now it wants to party. And now it's a lovey puppy. Now it's like a rock star. Now it's sleepy. And now it's just like a happy, lovable puppy. So I'm going to pick that one. And it's kind of just a really neat little toy. So I haven't gotten into its most powerful feature yet, and that is the fact that it is really not just a normal toy. It's also an educational tool. So it's got a bunch of sensors. It's running over my homework now. And yeah, and it's got an app that you can download for iOS or Android. And this app, not only can you just remote control it live, which would provide younger kids a lot of entertainment, but it is also what we call a block coding program. So block coding is really neat because you don't have to know all like the code. You don't have to know the ifs, thens, the proper syntax, all the spelling, the semicolons, and how the spacing and nesting statements in this. It is literally programmed by placing these blocks. So you can see here, they're like, okay, move forward and check the light sensor and turn 90 degrees, and you can nest things. So you can create loops, and this looping and this nesting and placing these blocks really is teaching the fundamentals of coding. It's teaching a child or an adult, I'm going to be playing with it, how to overcome problems with logic. It teaches your analytical skills. It teaches you procedural based challenges as well as repetition. So things like, how does a computer sort? How does a computer figure out the solution to a problem? It goes through the thing about computers is it can do something very rapidly and very quickly. So it's able to kind of repeat over and over and over again until it finds a way to do it properly or to accomplish its goal. So block-based programming will enable your child not only to really pick up coding from a computer aspect, it will also teach him or her the analytical skills to overcome certain problems. I'm an IT guy, and I did take Visual Basic in high school and college, as well as some Java, and I use the logic I learned in my programming classes in real life. It's just a skill that you have forever. And if you can teach your kid that in a fun manner, then I'm all for this. So this is the whole STEM, STEM. I can't remember what the acronym actually stands for, but it's huge in the States right now. It's definitely pulling on that. And I am the biggest supporter of it. I encourage all parents to teach their kids anything that will give them a leg up on life, or just logic in general. It's it's just a lot of fun. So out of the box, it's basically a pretty simple toy that a small child can play with. He'll touch the nose, and you can see it gets kind of growls and it wants to play. And if you rip out its ear, it has a reaction. And you put it back in, and it works. It's got legs you can take off and on. Doesn't promote cannibalism. It's just assembly. And same as the tail, you take it off, it reacts. There's also a touch sensor in the back. This wheel can tell if it's on the ground or not. And all of these sensors you'll be able to control through the block-based programming on the app. I'm not going to get into it because it would take hours, but on the whole, really well-built toy, very solid. I don't feel like it's going to break. I feel like it could even take a spill down the stairs without shattering into 1,000 pieces, which is more than you can say for most toys these days. Every bit of it is removable or customizable. The parts that can't or shouldn't be removed, like the wheels, they're tri-wing bits. So even if you have a kid with a screwdriver, he's not going to get into too much trouble with it. Overall, I'm really impressed with the how this thing is built, and looking inside it as well, you can just see there's a huge amount of electronics and sensors going on in there, and the fit and finish is just really cool. They want you to see the insides. They're proud of it. They want you to see the motors and the gears and see how this thing works, and they've succeeded. I am a 32-year-old adult, and I really want to take this thing apart and start playing with it and coding with it just to see what it can do. So if it's able to invoke the curiosity and interest of an adult, and make me a kid and feel like a kid, it should be absolutely great for your kids. Yeah, so if you found this review helpful, please, please, please leave me a helpful vote on Amazon, or a comment or a thumbs up on YouTube. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to ask a question on Amazon or comment. If you have any suggestions based on my review or how I should be reviewing, please feel free to leave them. I'm doing this for you guys. I don't make any money on this, but I do get some pretty cool toys sometimes. So this pup FurReal makers was provided to me from Amazon Vine for free for my honest review. If I wanted to rate this 1 star, I could absolutely do this. It wouldn't affect my my status in the program. I know there's some little bit of scandal based on the favored reviews, but if you look through my review history through my profile, Alex Sudz, you can see that I can be ruthless and I can be very honest, and I pride myself on providing unbiased reviews. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the FurReal Makers Proto Max. Max is the dog's name. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.